Let's face it, being broke in 2025 hits different. Prices are up, wages feel stuck, and no matter how many financial hacks you try, nothing seems to click. But here's the deal. If you're still living paycheck to paycheck, there are reasons behind it, real reasons. And the good news? Most of them are fixable. This isn't about shaming anyone. It's about lifting the curtain on the financial traps nobody warned you about in school. Like, why do so many people who make decent money still have nothing to show for it? Why are we so good at earning and so bad at keeping? Today we'll break it all down. From poor budgeting habits and sneaky subscription traps to the silent killer, how inflation quietly erodes your income. But more importantly, we'll talk about how to flip the script. I'll give you practical, no-fluff strategies to regain control and finally start building wealth, even if you're starting from zero. If you're tired of watching your paycheck disappear faster than your phone battery on 1%, then this one's for you. Let's start with the biggest culprit, poor budgeting. Now I know, you've probably heard the word budget so many times it feels meaningless. But here's the hard truth. Most people don't budget. They guesstimate. And there's a massive difference. Saying, I think I spend about $400 on food, isn't budgeting. It's wishful thinking. Budgeting means tracking every dollar, where it's coming from, where it's going, and more importantly, why. Too many of us live reactively. Bills hit, rent's due, you pay it. Maybe you buy groceries, grab a coffee, and next thing you know, you're broke again. But when you don't give your money a job before it hits your account, your money disappears into the void. And here's the kicker. We confuse having money left over at the end of the month with financial health. But unless you're assigning every dollar a purpose, whether that's saving, investing, or paying off debt, you're just coasting. And what about variable income? Gig workers, freelancers, commission-based folks. You especially need a zero-based budget. That means you plan based on your lowest expected income, not your best month ever. And one last thing, stop budgeting in your head. Use tools like You Need a Budget, Every Dollar, or even a good old-fashioned spreadsheet. You wouldn't trust yourself to memorize your taxes, so don't wing your money either. Fixing your budget isn't about being restrictive, it's about gaining control. And in 2025, when every dollar counts more than ever, control is power. Let's talk about something that's silently stealing your paycheck every single month. Subscription traps. We live in the age of $9.99. And while that price feels small, those tiny hits to your account add up fast. Netflix, Spotify, Amazon Prime, that meditation app you haven't opened in months, it's death by 1,000 cuts. The average person in the US spends over $219 per month on subscriptions. That's more than $2,600 a year for stuff you might not even use. And here's the psychological trick. It's automated. You don't feel the pain of handing over cash. It's just a quiet charge in the background. Out of sight, out of mind. But guess what? Your money's bleeding. Here's what you need to do. Audit your subscriptions. Once a quarter. Sit down, pull up your bank and credit card statements, and go through every line. Ask yourself, am I using this? Is this adding value? Can I find a free alternative? You might find you're paying for a gym you haven't stepped foot in since January, or a cloud storage plan that's already maxed out, or worse, a subscription you forgot even existed. There are tools that can help, like Rocket Money, Truebill, or Mint. But the most powerful tool? Awareness. Remember, recurring charges are the opposite of wealth building. They lock you into spending. The key to freedom? Spend on what truly matters and cancel the rest. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, inflation. Here's what nobody tells you. If your income hasn't increased by at least 20% since 2020, you're not treading water, you're sinking. Because while your salary might look the same on paper, its buying power has taken a serious hit. In 2025, the cost of groceries, rent, insurance, and basic living expenses is higher than ever. But raises, they're barely keeping up. That means even if you're doing everything right, saving, budgeting, spending cautiously, you can still fall behind if you're not adjusting your income strategy. So what's the fix? Step 1. Get honest about your numbers. Use an inflation calculator. If you made $60,000 in 2020, you'd need to be making over $72,000 today just to have the same standard of living. Not more, the same. Step 2. If you're underpaid, it's time to act. That might mean asking for a raise, but don't just ask, prepare. Research market salaries for your role. Come with data, show your value. If your current job can't or won't pay more, explore new roles, industries, or skills that do. In 2025, the demand for digital skills, AI fluency, remote collaboration, and project management is high, and you don't always need a degree to get in the door. Step 3, diversify your income. This doesn't mean becoming a full-time influencer overnight, but could you freelance, tutor, sell digital products, monetize a skill you already have? One stream of income is a risk. Multiple streams, that's security. Start small. One side hustle can eventually become your main gig or your safety net. The bottom line, if your income isn't growing with inflation, your financial life is shrinking. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility to fix it. All right, now let's talk solutions. Because if all we do is identify the problem and walk away, we're no better off. Here are 5 actionable steps you can take starting today to fix being broke in 2025. 1. Master the 70-20-10 rule. Budget 70% of your income for needs and wants, 20% for savings or debt, and 10% for investing or giving. If you can't do that right now, start with 90-10 or even 95-5, but start. This builds the habit of treating savings like a bill you must pay. 2. Cancel 3 subscriptions today. Right now, go to your phone or bank app. Pick 3 recurring payments you can live without. Cancel them. That's instant money back in your pocket. Could be $30, $50, even $100 a month back. That's a free grocery trip every few weeks. 3. Increase your income in 90 days. Commit to learning one skill that has income potential. Copywriting, video editing, basic coding, affiliate marketing. You don't need to become an expert overnight. Set a goal to earn your first $100. Then scale. You have more time than you think. Use it wisely. 4. Build a $1,000 emergency fund. Before you invest in crypto, stocks, or even a new side hustle, stack $1,000 in a savings account. Why? Because life happens. A flat tire shouldn't send you into debt. That fund is your shield. Protect it. 5. Set a money date every Sunday. Spend 15 minutes reviewing your finances once a week. Track expenses. Check your goals. Adjust your budget. Make it a habit like brushing your teeth. Financial awareness is your superpower. It helps you catch problems before they spiral. These are simple steps, but simple isn't the same as easy. The key is consistency. Small, smart moves, repeated weekly, lead to massive change. So, why are you still broke in 2025? It's not just poor budgeting. It's not just rising prices. It's the combination of outdated habits, unnoticed leaks, and income that hasn't kept up with the times. But the good news? You're not powerless. Today, you learned how to spot the traps: sloppy budgeting, sneaky subscriptions, stagnant income. And more importantly, yes, you've got the tools to fight back. The real question now is, will you take action? Will you cancel those deadweight subscriptions? Will you finally open that budgeting app? Will you stop settling for your current paycheck and start building your future one skill at a time? If you're ready to stop being broke, it starts with one small step. Today. And hey, if this hit home, drop a comment below. What's the biggest money mistake you've made and how are you planning to fix it? Let's be real and help each other grow. Smash that like button if this was helpful. Share this with a friend who needs a financial wake-up call. And subscribe, create my route for more content. This is your year. Don't just survive 2025. Build, grow, and thrive.